Hello and welcome to today's daily news report, as well as ongoing stimulus package information video. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. And if you're not, consider subscribing right now so I can keep you up to date on what's going on in Washington, D.C., the next stimulus package, the U.S. economy, money, investing, and much, much more. All right, now things are really heating up on the next $3.5 trillion stimulus package between Senate Finance Committee Chair Bernie Sanders and Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia. Now, I've been saying that I thought it would be a battle between Joe Biden and Joe Manchin, but apparently Senator Sanders wants to jump in the ring and join the fight by putting pressure on Senator Manchin to stick to Biden's agenda. Sanders says that Manchin needs to get out of the way, that the new spending bill can't be slowed down. Manchin will have his opportunity to weigh in on it, but he doesn't need to go around saying things about the bill when he doesn't really know what it's about just yet. Now, Sanders assured Manchin that it will check off many of the boxes Democrats have been bragging about and using as talking points. For example, free pre-kindergarten, free community college, and health care expansion. Sanders is asking Manchin not to get hung up on the price tag of $3.5 trillion, but Manchin said he is definitely hung up on the price tag. He had this to say: "I, for one, won't support a $3.5 trillion bill or anywhere near that level of additional spending without greater clarity about why Congress chooses to ignore the serious effects inflation and debt have on existing government programs." So he basically is saying, listen, you keep saying we're going to write this correctly and just trust us, but I want to see it in writing. I want to see it in writing. And I do too, right? They talked about how they're going to check off many popular boxes. Well, you guys have been saying that you're going to do a fourth stimulus check. So is that included or not? We don't know because it's not in writing yet. So we'll see when this thing actually comes out, what's in the bill. But as of right now, Manchin is saying, I just can't support it. Now, there is significant differing opinions within the Democrat Party. Some leaders are saying we can't keep spending like we have as the economy has improved and that is much better. Others are saying with the Delta variant behaving like it has, there is still a need for financial help until the crisis is over. So there's definitely some differing opinions within the Democrat Party. Now, Sanders said he needs to get this bill done now before it becomes political. Okay, now this made me laugh a little bit. I'm not sure that Sanders fully understood what he was saying because this stimulus package is already extremely political. Republicans say they want to help people, but not if it's attached to a massive spending bill. So they're out. It became political. Moderates say that they want to help people, but not if it's attached to a large spending bill. So it's become political. Progressives believe the $3.5 trillion price tag is far too small, and they want to see it become even bigger. And so now they're fighting in their own party. It's definitely become political. What it doesn't seem to be focused on is the people. So right now, it's more politically focused than people focused. But that seems to be a common theme when dealing with Washington, D.C. Party over people, right? All right, now another area of disagreement is coming from moderates asking House Speaker Pelosi for at least 3 days to read through the stimulus bill language before they vote on it. They want to know what's in it, right? They want to actually read the bill. They also want to have private meetings and get the bill done within their own party before they release it to the public. So they're saying, listen, let's quit slipping out what could be in there. People are wanting to know what's in there. Let's keep it very private and then we'll go public once it's completed. Now, I'm curious to know what you think. Should Congress be given 3 days to read through the bill so that they actually know what they're voting on? Or should they vote now and seek to understand it later? Let me know in the comments. Also, should this process and bill be made public, or should it remain private where only members of Congress have access to the information and not the general public? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment. I really want to hear from you. By the way, thank you guys so much for giving these videos a like. I really appreciate it. And I just love bringing you guys the news. All right, now Texas is getting a lot of national news, and not just for the border crisis anymore. Texas legislators passed a bill that would make some changes to how people could vote in the state of Texas. They've removed 24-hour voting, which means that the drop boxes would have to be locked up or removed. You couldn't drop your ballot off 24 hours a day. They also removed something called drive-through voting, where you would have to actually go in and not just vote from your car. So those are a few of the changes. There's a lot more, but those are like the main ones, right? There's this big battle between should you have to present an ID or not, and so that's a big issue going on in Texas right now. Texas also made changes on the timing of an abortion. Texas is certainly in the spotlight right now. Biden's attorney general is fighting to block this new abortion law, while at the same time trying to keep intact the stay in Mexico policy, right? So they're wanting to basically allow people back into the country and not have them stay in Mexico. So they want to go back to their plan versus this judge who reversed it. So a lot is going on in Texas right now, and it's definitely making national news. There's also a definitional difference in what's happening in Afghanistan. Many lawmakers are saying that they have people from their state stuck in Afghanistan and that the Taliban refuses to let these people go to the airport or leave the airport. Now, under some definitions, this would be considered a hostage situation. There were 6 airplanes full of passengers bound for the States that the Taliban refused to let. Now, Secretary of State Blinken says this isn't a hostage situation. This is a paperwork situation, and we will get those people out. However, there are many stories in the news right now today about private groups that have used their own money and military skill to go in and extract Americans out of Afghanistan, and now the State Department is blocking them from leaving the country. So there's also a lot of turmoil going on with getting these Americans that are trapped in Afghanistan back to the United States. Prime Minister Boris Johnson of the United Kingdom expressed his frustration with Biden and the Afghanistan situation, but announced today that the United States and the United Kingdom are better off as allies than they are as enemies, and that they will put this situation behind them and move. With 7 million people losing their unemployment benefits yesterday, some are questioning whether Biden should have extended this one more time. Some economists are saying with only 275,000 new jobs created in the month of August, seeking a job right now may be extremely limited. Yes, there are 10 million jobs open right now, but not all pay what people were accustomed to making before they were let go. Not all of them are in the field that people are experienced in, and not all of them are full-time positions. So only time will tell if Biden ending the federal unemployment boost will help and ease the worker shortage, or will it show up as a financially bad move as we move into the fourth quarter and towards the holiday? As I know more, I will definitely come on and share more. Lots going on right now. Unfortunately, a lot of it is fighting and bickering back and forth, but that's how things seem to get done in Washington, D.C., and I'll be here all week